Okay, so I finished my marathon. My time was 5 hours and 27 minutes. And here's the proof. It is so heavy. It is so cute. So to kind of describe what happened, my pace was around 12, mostly around 11 and 12. Like 12:27 was my average pace. The race started. It was a nice race. It was raining that day. Starting out when the race started, it rained, and it stopped, and the sun came out. But then around mile 20, it rained. It poured, poured, poured. So many people cramped up really bad. I even passed a guy that had those little small hotel bottles with alcohol he was drinking, and I could tell he was drunk. Quite a few people had to get carried off the course. Around mile 20, I saw the ambulance, and I'm like, oh my goodness. There were several hills. And when I did my training on the route, the part that I trained on was the easy part of the race. I was, it was nothing because it seemed like every time you turn around, there was a hill. And I've heard so many people complain about it. I'm like, it's not that bad, but it was for someone that's running it. And it seemed like all the hills just came at you at the later part of the race. Around mile 20, 21, I think it was, is when it just started storming really bad. I mean, you're out there. There's nothing you could do. You know where. I mean, you can't just quit. So I kept going, and going up the hill. I didn't try to run. I walked it. Maybe 2 miles. I just walked. My leg, my left calf was cramping a lot during the whole. Basically, when I first started running, but I kept it going easy. Um, the later when I got ready to cross the finish line, I tried to run, and every time I run, it would cramp, so I walked. But of course, when you want to cross the finish line, you want to run, so I ran. But as soon as I crossed the second part of the mat, my leg just gave out. And I just cried because I was cramping so bad. It hurt so bad. But I finished. I finished my first marathon. And I am so happy. It was honoring BB King. And I have a little guitar pick, and it has on it Mississippi Blues, and it has the year. It was the ninth year for this particular race, so of course I have to do it next year because whenever it's our 10th year, there's really something big. Um, Today was a race in Mobile, Alabama, and it partnered up with Mississippi Blues, so they call it back to back. Where I think I want to do that next year. So you actually get three medals. You get this one, then you get the one in Mobile, and then you get it's called First Light or something like that, and you get um, a medal that seems like you can, back and forth with Mobile and Mississippi, showing that you did a back-to-back marathons. At first I was like, I don't think I want to do another marathon, but of course I want to do another one. I can't stop. I have to do at least two. Um, I was debating on doing a trail run in March. I probably will. I don't know. It's a 50K, 31 miles. So I'm like, if I do 26, what's five more? But I will say, I have to eat better if I want to train for this 50K. And if I do it, it's only 7 weeks away. And I honestly don't know if I'm going to do it. I really would like to, but I really need to let my body recover. And if I do another race, it will be maybe in May. But within that time, I still have to run because I have 1,000 miles I have to accumulate for this year. And I'm like 50 something, which is not good. So I can make it up if I train for other races for the year. But I do want to become a half fanatic. I was burning with envy seeing all these people that are half fanatics and marathon maniacs or double agents. And I'm like, I want to be a half fanatic, like so bad. But I am so glad. If I didn't say it, 5:27 was my time. So I didn't do it under the 5 hour time limit that I wanted for myself. And so many things could go wrong in race day. And I realized that this was an okay race for my first marathon. And I should have not put a time restraint on it. I should have just said, okay, as long as I finish, which I did. So if I do this particular race next year, I need to beat that time, of course. I want to get my husband to try to at least do a race with me. If not, of course I have. I know he can't and won't do a full, and he still won't agree with me on doing a race, period. So, I am proud of myself. I just hate how my body just gave up on me when I crossed the finish line, but I'm glad it did it then. Um, a close friend of mine, she strongly urged me to go get a massage after the race, and I did, and it hurt. I'm not gonna say it felt good. I was in pain, and I'm glad I did because if I didn't, I could feel my body cramping up. My body was felt like it was trying to lock up on me. My hips were achy, everything. So that is it for my journey to my first marathon. It's my baby again. It's so heavy and it slept in bed with me. I am so proud of this medal. This is like my most favorite medal out of all the medals that I have. You know, I have completed 4 half marathons and I have not reacted like this over a medal. I guess what I went through. Um, Everything went fine, like I said, until like mile 20 when it just started pouring. No, it's probably it started pouring down, I want to say around mile 18 up until mile 22 when it stopped raining. And I started out with my little light jacket, and after mile 3 or 4, my husband was like, get my jacket. And he met me several times throughout the ride, which was so sweet of him. And I'm glad that he did that. That pushed me and encouraged me. But that is it. And this is the last video for this journey of mine, and I loved it. I will do it all over again in a heartbeat. Um, will I do any more marathons? Of course. I may even try to do, like I said, next year, the back-to-back marathon for Mississippi and Alabama next year, and then I could be a marathon maniac. For that'd be my goal for 2017. But 16 is become a half fanatic. And one more look at my baby. This is my baby. I took it with me to church, and my husband and kids were like, "Why do you have it in your purse?" But I had to show my mama. I couldn't not just show this baby off. It is so cute. Anyway, it was well worth it, and I enjoyed this experience. And I'm not gonna. It's no complaints at all. Um, the race, like I said, it's not gonna go as planned. So never try to put too many expectations on your first marathon. Just go out there, enjoy it, which I did. Take it all in because you're doing something some people will never do or can't do. So you have to appreciate it while you have the chance to do it. But that is it, and this is it for this journey. Thanks. Bye. Thanks for watching.